All right, this is going to be going over today, Monday, March 9th. I did not participate this morning. However, um, I just want to go through what actually happened with price action. Um, we had the SMT with November's low when we had gap down on Sunday, right? Sunday night. So we were down here anticipating a potential reversal, right? Which is what ended up happening. But if we drop down here to the 4 hour, um, right, we can see that too, right? Asia ended up putting in this bullish closure, right? And then London basically just consolidated, right? And then obviously New York session expanded. But the question is how do we know that like there's a trade here that we can take, or if there was one, you know? Um, anyways, this is the same thing that was happening last week. Notice where we end up closing on top of, right? We're end up bullish closure on top of previous week low, right? So basically back inside range. And then we consolidate during London, right? On top of that, right? So then so because we have this closure and then we consolidate, we can't reverse from consolidation, right? Only manipulate to expand. So we're going to look at the two assets, right? And if we drop down here on a 15 going into this morning, we can see right here. Let's see, here's 9:30. This is market open, right? So prior to market open, right? We look here, right? In this price action, right? Do we have a reversal prior to driver, right? So prior to driver, i.e. market open, we do have a reversal down here, right? Which means if there is a reversal that's already been put in prior to the driver, then it's just driver continuation, right? So if we're consolidating, right, after a reversal, we're not going to reverse, right? And furthermore, right, if you have key levels, right, then we're supporting that key level here, right? So all we need to do is wait for manipulation to occur, right? So the question is when and where does that take place, right? Well, this consolidation, we can see that we end up sweeping this high, right, creating SMT at 9:30, right here, okay? And then we end up displacing lower on YM, right? But this is just the rebalance, you can see, right? So we're in consolidation only so that YM can rebalance and also to create this SMT here. Okay, because in order to expand, we need a protected low. So we get this protected low here. Excuse me. Yep. All right. There we go. So we get this SMT, right? At what time? 10 o'clock. Okay, and this is really important so we can drop down, right? So we consolidate up until, right, 10 o'clock. And then 10 o'clock ends up creating the SMT, right? And then we expand away, right? We get the OB here, but we can drop down onto the 1 minute time frame here and back it up to here. Replay. Let's just go here to the high so we can look here at how 10 o'clock opening price, right? Boom. Okay. So you can see, right? This is important. So let's just back this up here. Let's grab this. Okay. Okay. So notice how, right, price is here. Let's move ES over for a minute here. Okay. Right. So notice, right, here's market open, 9:30. Okay. So you can see here that at 9:30 YM, right, we end up taking this high, right, creating this SMT up here, right? And then we end up moving lower, right? We're displacing, we're rebalancing. Okay. But notice how we sell off, right? All the way till what? 9:54, right? And then we stop just short of this low, right? And then we go back up, right? That's not random, right? This is how we know that the algorithm is going to tip its hand, right? The reason it's stopping short of the draw is because it needs 10 o'clock to open low into it, right? So 10 o'clock is going to be our trigger point, right? 10 o'clock opens low into key level, creates SMT, gives us the CSD for expansion higher, right? So we can see here 10 o'clock, right? Opens low, sweeps this, right? Same thing, rebalance here on 15, right? Opening price, where does manipulation take place according to this, right? Manipulation is taking place below here, right? And then same thing. So this ends up expanding, gets the CSD, rebalance. And because this has already rebalanced, the only thing 30 has to do is continue to expand, right? So anyways, like I said, I did not participate today. But you can see, right? Then, and if we just take from last night here. We're just going to rebalance previous day EQ as our target. Obviously, boom, right? Or wherever else the draw is. But you can see here, right? Notice even on the higher 15-minute, right? Notice where's consolidation taking place, right? This is building consolidation across the opening price, right? The daily open. This daily candle, right, is going to be a bullish expansion candle, right, with the wick at the low here. And you can see how each session, right, here's Asia is building, right, itself in order to allow markets to expand, right? We use Asia, the top of Asia as a breaker, right, in order for 10 o'clock to open into to then expand here. So that was today's. Let me stop the recording and then we can get into charting for tomorrow. Either way, pretty nice.